This Express Training Bites broadcast is brought to you by Promo Flash email broadcasts from PromoCorner. An email broadcast from PromoCorner gets sent to PromoCorner's distributor database housed on PromoCorner.com and included in daily and weekly digest emails. Flyers are customizable and end-user safe versions can be easily forwarded to clients or posted to your social media accounts. Track your results with real-time analytics. Contact sales at PromoCorner.com today to get started.
So again, thank you so much, you guys, for joining us here on Express Training Bites. We are doing a 2021 year in review. Can you believe that? We're actually talking about the end of 2021. I still remember when I moved to Nashville, or when I moved to Austin from Nashville, it was at the beginning of 2020. I thought, oh man, we got a bunch of stuff coming up for PromoCorner. We're going to go big. And now that it's been almost 2 years since I did that, I think we're almost back to where we were before I had moved. Obviously, we're learning how to move on and deal with the things that are craziness in this whole world and the global economy and everything. But what has been nice is we've had this amazing group of people on this show, Express Training Bites, here on PromoCorner, that have helped us and kind of guided us through and get through those times. And this year was amazing. We did have a little bit of change in the show. It used to be a weekly show, and we moved it over to a bi-weekly show, and it totally changed the way that it was viewed and really got some rock star guests in here. I'm actually going to be sharing here a presentation. So give me 1 second here while I get this thing up on the screen. Let's see if it'll let me do it here. All right. So we will slide to the first screen here. So I want to kind of go through here. Let's see. We hit share screen. This is my first time, people. I tell you, right? So here we go. Awesome. So there it is. We've got the Express Training Bites here on PromoCorner. We had some amazing guests this year. Look at all of those guests, you guys. Look at everybody that was a part of this. I am super pumped and super proud to have all of these people be a part of this show. And we talked about a bunch of topics. I'll go through the topics that we talked about, but we talked about how the 2021 was kind of getting back into the rhythm of doing business on some type of normal level. And all of these people took amazing time out of their day, out of their busy schedule, to come on here and talk to us and kind of help us get through our days or through our weeks and months. And so I want to make sure that while I'm sitting here and saying thank you so much to all you guys for watching this show every time that it comes out, make sure that you are reaching out to these guests and letting them know that they did such an amazing job this year on all of the topics that they talked about. Look at all those people. Some are repeat guests that we had in 2020. Some are brand new people and a bunch of rising stars on there. And we talked about a ton of stuff. One of my favorite ones that we had was we talked about good customer service. I talked about that with Stephanie and Nadira from KTI. And look at all of these amazing topics that we covered this year. Can you believe in 34 episodes in 2021, we talked about crypto and Bitcoin, working on your business, personal branding, cannabis industry. I even went in and did a deep dive of like the dark side of doing content. You'll have to go check that out. It was freaking awesome. Mastermind groups, Kidding 101, again, good customer service, the PPP Facebook group. Now that was a fun one with Lisa Bibb. I had so much fun talking to her about why she started it and kind of some tips and tricks on how to actually use it the correct way, or the way that it was intended to be used. There's no such thing as a correct or incorrect way to be using social media. So that we talked with Quinn on life on the road, and you'll kind of see that here, sustainability and branding and effective email broadcasts with PromoCorner's own Jessica Onion. So you guys, I put together a little bit of a video montage here of just a bunch of little clips, not from all of them, but from quite a few of them. It's about a 16-minute video here. So let me see if I can get this thing popped up. So I'm actually going to stop sharing my video here because I need to slide it on over to this screen so I can get this video played for you guys here. So let me hit this and we'll hit this and we'll go full screen on this bad boy. All right. So we're going to go back. Here is a montage of all of the Express Training Bites, or the majority of the Express Training Bites from 2021, and all the little snippets. I think you'll enjoy this one. All right, here we go.
My most common kitting when you think about a kit is something that's going to arrive in a box, be drop shipped, often to somebody's home address, and be filled with all sorts of goodies. So that can take a lot of different forms, and this has been like our most common form of kitting and what we'll be talking about a lot today. But there's so many other things that can be kitting. I mean, it can be kitting together print pieces to go to different branches. That's a kit. We can be kitting together like little pouches and survival kits that are going to be handed out at an event. It can take so many different forms, but so much of what we're seeing in the industry right now is a fun box full of goodies arriving on your front door.
Because I have multiple handles. Now, keeping it consistent is the best thing. Obviously, some platforms don't allow you to use the same lettering or same characters that the others use. So when you go in, create a handle for your business, keep it as close to your actual business name as possible, rather than Joe Schmo promo. And the best way to do your personal one is just keep it your name. If you keep it simple, straight to the point, people know you, people know your product, and people know what you're about. And I have my personal, I have my kind of personal development blog that is a whole nother story. And then I have my business. So really, I'm all over the place with it. But it's important to keep consistency across your handles, because that's how people are going to find you. And when you go on a business card and you want to put your social handle on there, you don't want 5 different names. You just want @Beast Marketing LLC, and it's simple to connect with.
That's something that distributors, and actually I was a former distributor myself, that we forget in that supplier distributor relationship is that that purchase order is coming in, and if it looks completely different all the time, or there's missing information, not only is that hurting you, taking your project longer, but on the supplier side, it's costing them a lot of money and time. And a lot of times we're not like, oh, we don't, their profit margin is their problem. Well, yes and no. I mean, we have to be understanding that if that profit margin starts to decline, our prices are going up, and that's it all trickles through. So being able to have something that's consistent and industry specific to get that PO off is a vital piece to save them time. And that's something else, like we push really hard into promo standards, and you can have that connection in comments. You're having those that direct PO from one system right into their ERP system. So there's no rekeying of anything. I remember I was actually one of the first distributors to use this EPO thing with Starline, actually. And I got the information back that my PO, when it went in, jumped over like 70 other POs that were in. Now, because it goes directly into their system. So that's incredible. Now, at that point in time, inventory wasn't a nightmare. There was a lot of other pieces. It didn't ultimately make that big of a difference, but I know it made a big difference to Starline, just to know. And in today's world, it could make a huge difference.
Surprisingly, the music industry is actually huge on this kind of stuff. I mean, we've done everything from country artists to hip hop artists to reggae, obviously. And it's all unique type of accessories. I mean, rolling trays, grinders, pre-roll tubes, rolling papers. I went to a concert once that an alternative rock band, Cage the Elephant, customized grinders. It was the same type of product that we carry, and that was really cool to see in person. It was just at their merch tent, and it was like you see T-shirts, you see pins, you see the typical things that you see, and then there's a grinder. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, all right, I have to buy one. And it's just cool to see how that's being implemented into every industry. And another thing that we touched upon was the fact that this is the first time prohibition is existing, for most of us. And not only that, but kind of for the promotional industry, like back when prohibition happened with alcohol, the promotional industry wasn't really as large as it is today. And the fact that, we are experiencing a whole new market is just an exceptional opportunity. I mean, this has never happened before. This will break the norm of having to, sell click pens, selling sunglasses, selling beach balls, you name it, water bottles. I mean, these things are all great and we do very well with them, but like, this is fun, different stuff, that you won't really experience at any other time.
Fun fact, we're actually required, us salespeople are required to turn in a certain number of spec samples every week. So, not only are we, helping you, our customers sell to their clients, you're helping me fulfill my quota on spec samples. So it's a win-win, nothing to worry about there. And I think we have a really good close rate on those specs turning into new business. So, we're happy to do that for anybody out there free of charge. And the turn time is really rapid, a couple days.
Yeah. I mean, I always say we're kind of the black sheep in the industry because our product is completely online. But a digital reward is simply a product that would be used online. We have things like digital magazines, digital movies, even gift cards that can be used online. So there's two kind of delivery methods there. One can be a physical card, one could be an email. But either way, it's going to be the same concept. Someone's going to receive a code. They're going to type that code in on the website, and they're going to be able to choose their reward. So say it's a digital movie, they're going to be able to unlock 100,000 different movies and select what movie they want to rent. Say it's a gift card, we have something called the Total Choice gift card, which is kind of like a gift card for gift cards. Once someone uses that gift card, they can choose their own. So that code's going to unlock over 200 different options. So it's a great thing for the client, because now they don't have to decide, like, should I only get this type of gift card? What if my employees don't like it, or what if my customers don't like it? Yep. They can use this like kind of generic one where someone can choose what they want on their own.
Mm-hmm.
It started back, I think, like some of the original people that started using it, like Brian Fanzo and some of the other initial people that were given test access, like it was like May or June of last year. Like it's been around for a while. Okay. They started opening up to like invites, I think November, December, to more people. And I think marketers ruin everything. I think, right now it's invite only, and that makes it special. I know it makes it exclusive and that pisses some people off, but get past being offended as a choice and think about what it actually does for the community. It provides value because you don't just have every Joe Schmo sitting in there. Like I have to personally recommend somebody. People are selling their Clubhouse invites, but if somebody gets booted that you recommended, you get booted with them. So there's some recourse, right? So if I bring you on and you're, racial slurs and whatever, you get the boot or get reported, I'm out, charity out. Like, and so I'm responsibly recruiting. And then I think the second part of that is because everything is small, the technology works really well. They're not overloading the servers, because if Elon Musk comes on and speaks and everybody in Clubhouse rushes to it, and it does sometimes bomb the servers. But for the most part, server reliability is really good. Their town halls are really familiar and things like that. So I do think as it opens up, not only to Android, but also the invite process opens up, you're going to lose the magic. And I think that's why it's so important right now. Like I joke about the terrarium investment, but if it's $150 or whatever to get used eyes phone, these are like TED Talks every day, and there's tremendous value. And I think when it opens up, you're going to have scammers, you're going to have marketers, you're going to have people that just don't understand the serve before sell. It's like that used car salesman. Actually, I just met a used car salesman that was actually really good. So not all of you, I don't want to stereotype, but that smimey salesperson kind of thing, it's already starting to happen a little bit, and that makes me so sad. So I guess the other thing that I would say is, if you're a promotional products person, you are getting on Clubhouse, please, for the love of all things promo, don't jump in a room and just be like, hey, buy this pen. It's only $29.99, half off, double retail, just for you, comes in full color and you can print and blah, blah, blah. Like, stop.
Picture it, depending on how you build it, it could be similar to Amazon of your customers' products. I do a couple different ones. For example, most of my stores they pre-buy a lot of the inventory. That way we just have it in stock, quick, ready to ship, and we will ship it to wherever they need to go. That way it gets out next day. You don't have to worry about production times changing, stock issues. We get it all up front, and it makes things easy. It takes all those other issues out of the thing. It's nice. And the best part about it is it locks you in with that customer. They can't go out and bid other things. They've got a bunch of stuff in your warehouse. It's quite helpful. So if you're not doing it, I suggest you get on it right now, because a lot more clients are asking for it right now.
Definitely readability, because there are some fonts that look really cool, but if you can't read it, what's the point? I do jump into this a little more in my blog. I break down things. It's what's my blog name? I just totally went blank. Designer Patch.
There you go.
So once a month, I have a blog that I do break down color theory. I break down typeface. I do have my 5 key elements of a flyer. And you want to have complementary, or speaking of the color theory, complementary colors, analogous colors, triadic colors, just things to make your flyer cohesive so it doesn't look all willy-nilly.
I love that, man.
Speaking to that, I love the quote that says that you have no idea how many people you're inspiring, that you have no idea, like you have no idea how many people that are watching you and drawing inspiration from you. And I think about that from time to time, like, that's what our life is. We're, even if it's your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your kids or, your spouse or whatever, somebody probably is, and the quote talks about, like, you probably don't even know who they are.
Right.
They may be seeing you from afar, but, makes a difference. And we all have a platform. We all have influence, whether we believe it or not.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I did a couple of weeks ago. I took a 3.5 weeks, traveled through my region, actually. So what I did is, right now I am home base in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Close to my parents, so just kind of been around this area. But what I did is I traveled from here to, so I left on a Saturday, right? Okay. And I had to start work on a Monday. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is I was heading to work and it took me 2 days to get there. And on the way there, I was able to enjoy the way. So on the way there, I was able to stop into Moab and hang out in Moab for a day, be able to go around, check out all the arches, all the beautiful things, and just really enjoy kind of life, while being in this van. By the time I got to Salt Lake City in Utah, I actually met up with my buddy, Evan McGuire. He's a multi-land rep. And what we did is we actually team up together and we did a couple of meetings together. So it was something that, we team up together and be able to go and see people, because a lot of times you're going into meetings, especially like with a lineup like I have, is we have a niche product line. So a lot of times people don't want to see me, but it's always nice to be able to have another supplier. So now they actually get to see more people at the same time too. So he was able to show people his line. I was able to show my line. So going into a meeting, we were able to take an hour of people's time and actually using that hour, like, respectfully, and, they were able to see a lot more things. So, and one thing that's great about out there is a lot of people were still able to let us go into their office, or we're actually outside of their office and be able to show products like this outside. So we were able to pull up and set up a couple of different things. People were able to come out, hang out with us, give them a couple of drinks, some snacks, and have an unconventional meeting, So it was definitely something that's fun.
Well, first, it's actually a white clear vodka. And you know who it is because it's right down the road from you. And I'll get in a lot of trouble if I say it's not. But Tito's is a great partner. I was actually in their suite on Sunday as a guest of theirs. Did a couple projects last week. But you really as you're working through and in around, you got to make sure that you're prospecting, like through the social media. I mean, like I told you earlier, I'm actually here at one of my dining clubs. I've got 1130 S&S Activewear's coming. Made sure that I wore, their newest style Adidas, because good Lord, if I wear Under Armour or something else, Nike over to this meeting, my buddy James DeBoer is not going to be too thrilled with that.
Say something genuine, something that you actually feel like you're not just a number in the people that come through. You're not like, oh, you're order 35, no, you're actually a person. Oh, have a great day. Like, they welcome you. They're always so happy. And I always think, I was like, oh my God, what do they give these people? Like, they're always so happy. They must have like giant coffee machines or something, because I don't understand. Like, I can't, I mean, I can be, you know, somewhat happy, but all the time it's insane. So definitely just the energy. I think a lot has to do with it. Just making sure you have a good positive energy and you can project it to whoever you're working with. So that's some of the things. Got something else to add
I'm a
on?
little bit more technical because I'm like a little bit more jaded, right? So I mean, let's go. I am. I'm all for like effectiveness and how quickly I can get from point A to point B, and how are you going to help me on my way? So if you're going to be my shepherd, how effective are you going to be? And a lot of time I understand that as a consumer, I against the clock, whether I'm online shopping or whether I'm like going in and out of the store, I'm always against the clock. So it's all about effectiveness for me. And if you can do that, and provide me with a great service, with you know, in a timely fashion, and I can get out of there without any trouble or hassle, I will remember that.
But I did a lot of research just to make sure I understood what his background was. Looked at interviews he's done, looked at, you know, Facebook website pages, all that type of thing. So I want to get to know them before I actually interview them, which, you know, is true of most interviews. You want to know your subject. You don't want to just start talking. Although I know there are some interviewers that they like to do it completely blank and, you know, not know anything about the person, but that's not me. So spend a lot of time researching the person and then writing out questions based on what I found out. Obviously we ask questions that aren't scripted, but you want to have questions that are scripted so they can jump into it and you don't fumble around.
So it isn't just event driven, it's day to day as needed when you want to get in there. We have quite a few booths that are just active. They have regular schedules and they're there for people to meet with and get ideas and to sort of take that extra step past the regular customer service. We had about 32,000 unique visitors over the course of the year, over 500,000 page views over the course of the year. On average, and so this is on average, we have people spending their about 30 minutes on the website. That's crazy time to be spent on a website. Anyone looking at their analytics, it's going to be a lot less than that. We did about 17,000 video conferences. We did 15,000 unique chats that people took and had. We had over 105,000 people enter people's booths. So, and those are unique. So that has been super exciting to see that piece of it really start to take off. And so we hope to continue that. We will continue to build on our platform. We're open to ideas. Again, if there's things that people need that we can do, we'd like to do that so that we are really a day-to-day place for people to come and meet and discuss ideas and really build business. And
I take them when I feel like it.
Yeah.
I know you get to the point where you're just fatigued, you're tired, and it's like, okay, time to shut it off, time to go take a break, whatever it may be.
Yes, that last one, Walter, absolutely. Guys, I love going through these review things. I'm gonna put this slideshow back up because I really want to make sure that you guys see everybody who was a part of this just one more time. These were all the people that were a part of everything that we did here on Express Training Bites all year. And again, like I said at the beginning, they took time out of their busy day to educate us in a very quick way, give us a little bit of training on to help us get through our day. And it's just so amazing to me that all of these people have the massive amount of bandwidth in their heart to be able to come onto this show and do this and talk about all these amazing things with us. you can always find these episodes over at PromoCorner.com under the Promo Journal tab, and you can search specifically in the shows for Express Training Bites. So if you want to see any of the videos from any of these topics, they are right in there. The title of the video, everything will be right there so that you'll be able to see exactly what you're going to be watching. The typical time that it usually lasts is around 20 to 25 minutes. That's what we try to go with these. We try to make them little bite-sized video nuggets. And I will be trying to get these up on SoundCloud. I know that a lot of our viewers and listeners have been asking for it to be in podcast form too, so they can listen to it on the way to an appointment or just around in the office while they're doing other things. 2022 is coming up, you guys, and we want to keep this trend going of being able to get out there and really inspire and help train either the next generation or the current generation of promo products professionals out there, advertising specialty gurus, whatever you call yourself out there. If you want to be a guest, or if you have a guest that you would like to have on this show, that you would like to see talk on this show for 20 to 25 minutes, that you know would be super helpful to everybody in this industry, reach out to content@promocorner.com, and we will do our best to make sure that we get them up on the show. It does run on the first and third Tuesdays of the month. So I really do appreciate you guys watching this Express Training Bites, this year in review. And I look forward to doing this more, to doing 34. Actually, I think it'll be less because we go from weekly to bi-weekly about halfway through the year. So I'm not quite sure what that'll end up being, somewhere in the high 20s next year. But I'm looking forward to having all of those industry professionals come, and maybe outside of the industry, come and talk to us and really help us get going and get through our year so that we can go out there and really make some money in 2022, have some fun in 2022, build our personal brand. I know that, there's a lot of people out there that don't really know what that means, but there's a ton of videos out there that can help you do that. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this show. If you do have any questions, you have no idea how to find it, it looks like Jess Onions right there in the comment section was super nice to put a link directly to all of the episodes. And again, thank you so much for watching all these episodes. Thank you so much to all the guests, and we'll see you guys in 2022. Thanks a lot.